Okay, so first, I want to go over a little bit of vocabulary. I'm going to talk about how to make a supersaturated solution, and then we'll try to do some demonstrations. So, unsaturated solution means more solute will dissolve. So if you add more and stir, it will disappear. You won't see any more of the solid. Saturated means you've dissolved as much as you possibly can. If you add any more, you'll just see crystals just sitting there no matter how much you stir. Supersaturated is kind of weird. There's more solute dissolved than predicted. The crystals will actually form if you put in a little crystal to get it started. And how can that happen? Well, let me explain. Okay, so the first thing to do is to look at a graph of solubility of sucrose versus temperature. Now here what I did is I took 50 grams of water, and you're just trying to dissolve sucrose. What's sucrose? It's table sugar. It's what you got at home. Now look at 100 degrees Celsius. You can see you can dissolve like 250 grams in 50 grams of water. That's a lot of sucrose. If you cool it down to 1 degree, only about 80 grams will stay dissolved. So what I decided to do was make a supersaturated solution. How did I do that? I heated 50 grams of water up to 100 degrees Celsius, so basically boiled the water. And then I added a whole bunch of sucrose and kept waiting until I dissolved it, and then finally cooled it down to about room temperature, which is 25 degrees. Okay, so this was a supersaturated solution. I'm gonna see if I can get some crystals to form. What I did is I'm putting in a pencil that has a string on it, and on the string I had a couple of small sugar crystals wrapped. I'm trying to see if we can get crystals forming. Okay, let's see. I don't know if you can see it. There actually is a crystal starting to form on the string. So this might not be the best focus, but I'll let it go and we'll look at it again later. See if we see enough crystals. Okay? Now, other stuff to look at. Saturated and unsaturated solutions. Okay? So what I did is I made two solutions with salt and water. One of those solutions this one is unsaturated. This one is saturated. Now, again, what you want to do is look, see if you can see any crystals in there. Shouldn't be any crystals, it should all be dissolved. Same here. Looks kind of cloudy, but there really shouldn't be any crystals in there. Now, what we're going to try to do is add a little bit more of the salt to each, and then stir it and see what happens. So this is to the unsaturated, and this is to the saturated. Now, let's stir. Okay. I don't see any crystals piling up down here when I tilt it. Now, we haven't stirred this one yet, so let's see if we can see crystals. Okay, maybe a little hard to see, but there's actually a little pile of crystals right here. Right here, okay? So now we're gonna stir that. Actually, we can put in a little bit more if you want, just to make it a little better demonstration. Okay? And now we're gonna stir this. See if I can get that salt to dissolve. Okay. Now, the saturated solution, I shouldn't be able to get the salt to dissolve. So let's try to look at it from the top down too. Do you see that pile of crystals there? That's what that white stuff is on the side. All right, you see I can make it move. It's sitting in the bottom of the glass, and it's not dissolving. Now the other one, the unsaturated solution, you can look straight down on that one too. You can see it's clear all the way to the bottom. So there isn't any crystals left. Unsaturated solutions, you can dissolve more. Saturated solution, yeah, can't dissolve more. All right?